And welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for August 28th, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern, Friday. We'll be having on Monday, we'll have another humanitarian structured project call. Maybe you might have thought about this is think about this. All of our unhappiness comes from our inability to be alone. All of our unhappiness comes from our inability to be alone. Think about that. And here's where we have this separation where, in this civilization, where we don't feel that we're not connected, so to speak, that we're separate. Everybody's separate. You know, this connection thing is nuts. So we're all connected to the existence, everything and everything, everywhere. All intelligent ocean of existence. Now picture why so many people don't understand that all of their unhappiness comes from their inability to be alone. And even on top of that, we're not alone. And I get a lot of people that say they feel so alone. It's like all the thoughts, there we go again, thoughts, which make us feel separate and make us believe that we are a separate droplet who is removed from the ocean, are the original causes of all of our suffering. All the thoughts which make us feel separate and make us believe that we are a separate droplet which is removed from this ocean. These are the original causes of all of our suffering. So to discover enlightenment, we must remember one important thing. Nothing is ever as it seems in this world. There's three sides to every coin. We are always alone, never alone, and enlightenment is found balancing between these two. And then literally the mirage of ideas our minds are projecting is not real. The only thing that is real, that which doesn't change, this is our true nature. It's our infinite soul that we are. And when we stop believing in the false appearances of the mind, stop believing in the false appearances of the mind, we then open the door to our spiritual understanding of what is real and the possibility to be truly free. Just know that it may be deeply challenging to constantly be free, as there are many layers of beliefs in the subconscious mind that are constantly overlaying its belief system on top of the reality we're living in. So you have many layers of beliefs in the subconscious mind that are just lickety-split, constantly overlaying its belief system on top of the reality we're living in. mind is a product of generations of ancestors' minds. Our mind is a product of generations of ancestors' minds who were also clouded by the truth and riddled with beliefs containing layers upon layers of self-doubt. See, we were all unconsciously programmed from a very young, innocent age to accept the many creative false beliefs given by our society, teachers, friends, family, and great-great-great-grandparents, who also believed they were separate beings disconnected from a divine, all-knowing source of infinite power. Now that we are aware, it is our chance to shift out of this ancient misunderstanding and know that we are always interconnected and one with everything on the most intimate, loving, and spiritual levels. So you know, something that probably you would think that's quite interesting is that you think about we are each physically connected to the most enlightened beings who have ever walked this earth. We are each physically connected to the most enlightened beings who have ever walked this earth. Scientists have proven that the atoms which we will breathe into our body today are the exact same atoms found in the ascended masters. And right now, each of our physical bodies, each of them has at least 1 million atoms that were actually in the body of Christ, Buddha, Mother Mary, and many more. So each of us also have atoms that have been inside every single star in the sky and every being that has ever existed since the dawn of creation. It is literally impossible for you to be separate from anything or anyone. So the real question is, what is it that actually causes us to feel lonely? Everyone you meet in your life, every total strange, even total strangers, is already intimately connected to you. And the idea that we are all separate and distinct beings is nothing but an illusion. We are all parts of a larger whole, like individual cells in a body. Pavlina. Loneliness, and this is so important for this civilization, loneliness is an illusion created by the mind. It's an illusion created by the mind. That's not suspicious, is it? It's pretty matter of fact, yeah. As long as the mind believes we are separate beings who have separate thoughts that are totally disconnected from everyone, it will give your body the experience of being disconnected. be separate and never will be. And the mind, it simply creates this experience of separation. It creates it, the experience of separation, just so that you could later have the experience of reunification. So we are all always connected. Our souls signed up for the phenomenal experience of coming home to the great divine, all-knowing, intelligent God self that each of us are. All-knowing, divine, all-knowing, intelligent God self. So the mind's amazing. It's truly a creative genius that gives us every experience of life. Now, without the mind, we wouldn't have a body and would not exist. The mind loves to invent the most magnificent stories, dreams, illusions, all, excuse me, all of these stories seem very real because there are deep feelings attached to them. Yet when you watch each story in your mind as if it was a movie, you can see how unreal it actually is. Just notice whenever the mind starts to say you are missing someone or missing out on something. Okay? The mind starts to say you are missing someone or you're missing out on something. And this is a red flag. To wake up and realize they are layers of ancestral beliefs. Layers of ancestral beliefs. So the mind has been trained to focus, excuse me, on what it is not. It's been trained to focus on what it is not, what it is not connected to, rather than what it is connected to. See how that works? Our minds have been trained to focus on what is not connected to, rather than what is connected to. Why do you think it wanders and, it's disconnection all the time? The moment the mind is recentered back on its infinite spiritual source by simply resting for hours deeply into the core of your being, all loneliness instantly dissolves into all oneness. All loneliness instantly dissolves into all oneness. Aloneness is a flower, a lotus blooming in your heart. Aloneness is positive. Aloneness is health. Osho. That's very, very true. Aloneness is a flower, a lotus blooming in your heart. Aloneness is positive. Aloneness is health. Now, maybe you picked up on this, maybe you haven't, but you notice that the word aloneness is very close to the words all oneness. Aloneness is very close to the words all oneness. There's an extra L added in there. And I think that L stands for the word love. So when you include your L, you're including love in your life. Aloneness. Meaning you are loving yourself, someone or something which causes you to bathe in feelings of being one with everyone and everything. separate from Source. Why do you think so many of us feel disconnected? Because the mind believes it to be. And it believes that you are separate from Source. So the most fastest and effective way, excuse me, that to move beyond loneliness, find a state of infinite love inside. To move beyond loneliness and find a state of infinite love inside is to stop resisting the feelings of being lonely and surrender to the infinite spiritual nature of your being. It's a big twist on, I think, a lot of people's perspectives. So you want to know how to move beyond loneliness? It's to stop resisting the feelings of being lonely and surrender to the infinite spiritual nature of your being. That's how you move beyond loneliness. Whenever a feeling of separation arises, we all get them. Treat it like a lost puppy that wants to be held, caressed, and loved. So whenever a feeling of separation arises, treat it like a lost puppy that wants to be held, caressed, and loved. Hold that feeling in your arms so fully and experience the pain it's going through. Yet don't believe that these feelings are real. They will come and go faster than your next breath of air. So you allow the feelings of separation to totally fill you up. Yet you don't buy into their sappy story. So you go as deeply as you can into these feelings and explore where they come from and what the real feeling is beneath them. So the more we can venture into and through our own unconsciousness, our darkness, our unknown, our unconsciousness, the more awareness, light, that we bring into the beliefs that say we are separate beings. And once we completely stop avoiding any feelings or fears of being lonely, we will see that underneath all it is, it's a blissful, super expansive state of love that feels as if you are truly one with the entire universe. This is why loneliness has been bothering many of us for all this time and would not give up on us. It's trying to push each of us deeper inside ourselves, to the core of our being, where we will rediscover this vast love and consciousness that makes up this entire universe. See, we're moving deeper and deeper to the discovery. You rediscover that the vast love and consciousness that makes up this entire universe. So, when we have established conscious oneness with the Absolute, with the infinite vast, the everything is part of us. The everything is part of us. And how understanding fully. Not kind of, but fully. That everything is part of us. Now that's, a lot of people have been suggested to do this, but consciously making time to be with yourself, consciously making time to be with yourself is huge. It happens on its own when any of us start looking forward to enjoying our time connecting with Source. Being alone is the easiest way to connect with the entire universe. Isn't that interesting? Being alone, so to speak, is the easiest way to connect with the entire universe. Sitting completely still, in total silence, is the most direct path to finding intimacy with the divine. You will be plagued with the generations of thoughts programmed in your subconscious mind, yet after an hour of sitting still, things will settle down and the deep divine presence will reveal itself naturally. It has no other choice. Now, what if you would like to be given an invitation for the next year of your life, okay? That you were given an invitation for the next year of your life. Stop, avoid being alone. Stop filling up your time with distractions when you know it's time for you to go inside. It's healthy to spend a third of your time alone, a third of your time with one other in intimate connection, and a third with a group of two or more. It's healthy to spend 1/3 of your time alone, 1/3 with one other in intimate connection, and 1/3 with a group of two or more. Now be aware that when you are staying busy or avoiding boredom by reaching for your cell phone, email, internet, TV, food, books, or anything that you love, when it comes to enlightenment, the key is to relax into our darkness and bring the light of awareness into every desperate attempt we have to avoid being with our divinity. The pure state of being is underneath any dark or scary feelings you may have. So dive directly into the darkness, and there you will find freedom from it. We always say, if you keep running, you're never going to be free from it. It's just, there's no way. If anything, you'll intensify it. So when you have dark, scary feelings, or you turn and you dive right into the darkness, and there you will find freedom from it. Remember that each moment is a precious opportunity to spend time being with your divine nature, which is deeply blissful, healing, and is simply found by exploring our innermost essence. And it's good to know that being alone is not being lonely. It is not thinking about what you're missing out on. it is the most enlightening and empowered place you can discover. See, the illusion that we are all separate from Source cannot continue to fog over our perception when we are continuously, consciously creating quality alone time that we enjoy. Resting deep in stillness is the path to total freedom, true freedom from all future suffering. Resting deep in stillness is the path to total free, true freedom from all future suffering. Do you think you need any other reason to make this a priority in your life? Ask yourself, do I need any other reason to make this a priority in my life? Try it for 21 days and see what happens. Now, if you're not used to being alone, when you first sit in silence for even a few minutes, your mind may see it as an attack on its typical domination over your life. Isn't that a twist? Because this happens, yes, if you're not used to being alone, and when you first sit in silence for even a few minutes, this happens to a lot of people. Your mind may see it as an attack on its typical domination over your life. So it'll try everything in the book to distract you and pull you on your reins so it's back in control. Just watch the mind from a distance. Don't buy into its drama. And quietly go deep inside, and you will soon discover the peace that always resides at the core of your being. That's what you're doing. You're relaxing into the peace of what you are. Relax and feel as if you are a droplet in the ocean, merging with each sensation that rises. And let yourself melt so that you cannot feel where you end or begin. Live your life as if you will never, ever, ever cease to exist. The truth is the soul is immortal. It goes on experiencing forever and the next dimension and so on. You can explore what this is like even if for a few precious moments by letting go and surrendering into a deep meditative space, and explore what it's like to have no boundaries between you or anything else on this planet. Just feel what it feels like to experience that we are all one divine ocean of love. No matter how far apart we believe we physically are from each other, we are all intimately connected more than the mind can understand. And the droplets together are what create the ocean. They are never separate from it. So everything is a part of us. So if you will, go to a place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we want to do, is relax our bodies. Relax our bodies from head to toe, inside and out. Let go, surrender, walk through it. Don't run from it. Walk through it. Do not run from it. So anything that you have attracted in the last 24 hours or however long that you think that you've been attracting things that don't serve you the greatest good, then surrender. Let them go. Walk through them. Let them go. Body response. Only we know where we really hold our stress. People say, well, I don't know where I hold my stress. You really do. All you got to do is quiet yourself, and you'll know exactly where you've been storing stress and fear and anxieties. So the body just relaxes, drop the shoulders, head to toe, and then you want to move into the now. Why would you move into the now? Because the now is really all we have. The now, which is moment to moment, at whatever it is you're doing, moment to moment. And by doing that, it stills the mind, stills the ego mind, stills the subconscious mind. The reason it stills it is because you're only focused on that moment. This is part of mastering the mind. Space between heartbeats. Now, some of us, well, a lot of us, we spend most of our time in a future that doesn't exist, and a past that's long gone. Think about that. Most of us spend most of our time into a future that doesn't exist and a past that's long gone. The whole time of forward progression and movement is right in front of us, the now, which is where we create the future. So some of us will reminisce. I think we all reminisce about the past. You know, certain things, you know, where song will make us reminisce or something. And that's good, that's fine. But the challenge comes is that some of us will become so seduced into the past that we keep visiting it, and we keep visiting it, and it starts to consume us. And then before you know it, we've taken the past, we've brought it into a future that doesn't exist. We create the future from the past, and we relive that past and that future. This is why we think, I feel like I've been running around in circles my whole life. I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. This is why. This is the culprit. So we stay focused in the now, and in the now we create the future, but only moment to moment, because it accelerates our gratitude and our appreciation that we're experiencing a life. So relaxing the body, and in the now, we want to breathe. We want to breath in through our noses, nice and easy, and breath out through our mouths. And we're all seated, comfortable position. And as we breath in, we're breathing in divine, positive energy. Why is it divine? Because it sustains the body, or the vessel that holds the God within us. It cannot be anything else but divine. Just divine positive energy. We understand that we have 7 vortexes of energy running from the base of our spine right through the center of our bodies, from your center to the top of your head. vortexes of energy in multicolors, wheels of light. And you understand that our chi, our God-light energy, flows through these energy vortexes, these chakras. And our divine positive energy, our breath. So you'll immediately begin to understand that if you do have any form of blockage or partial obstruction disallowing your divine positive energy or your chi to flow freely through these energy vortexes, you'll know that there is some form of obstacle in that vortex. So we start with the root chakra, the Muladhara. It represents our foundation and feeling of being grounded. And, career, money, mindset, sense of belonging. And it's at the base of the spine and tailbone area. Survival issues are such as like financial independence, money, and food. And the physical association, spine, spectrum, rectum, legs, arms, circulatory system. And then we move to the orange wheel of light, the sacral chakra. These look like flowers with geometric shapes in the centers, the chakras. So Svadhisthana, which is our connection and ability to accept others and new experiences. And it's the lower abdomen, about 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches in. Emotional issues, sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, sexuality, physical association, reproductive organs, kidneys, bowels, immune system. We move to the solar plexus chakra, yellow wheel of light, golden yellow wheel of light, the Manipura. It's our ability to be confident and in control of our lives. It's in our upper abdomen and the stomach area. Emotional effects, self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem, physical association, central nervous system, pancreas, liver, digestive tract, skin. Then we move to the heart chakra, the Anahata, green wheel of light. Love, relationship, self-acceptance, our ability to love. Is that we are love, and we choose to learn how to love. Right at the center of our chest, just above the heart. Love, joy, and inner peace. Emotional issues. Physical association, heart, thymus, lower lungs, circulatory system, immune system. Then we move to the throat chakra, Vishuddha, self-expression. It's our ability to communicate on many different levels. It's in our throat. Emotional issues, communication of self-expression, of feelings, the truth. Physical association, thyroid, respiratory system, teeth, and vocal cords. Then we move to the indigo wheel of light, third eye chakra, the Ajna. Intuition, sense of purpose, and direction in life. It sits right forehead, right between our eyes, brow chakra. It's our ability to focus on and see the big picture. Emotional issues, intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability to think and make decisions for yourself. Physical associations, pituitary gland, eyes, and sinuses. And then we reach the highest chakra, the violet wheel of light, the Sahasrara, is connection to divine. It's the highest chakra. It's our ability to be fully connected spiritually, fully. It's the very top of our head. Emotional issues are inner and outer beauty, how we perceive ourselves. Our connection to spirituality, pure bliss. And physical association, pineal gland, brain, nervous system. So we've literally, all of these pure energies, the chi, the godlight energy, our breath, divine positive energy, moving this through the energy vortexes, chakras, bringing it to the top of our heads, just a little bit back, and holding it briefly. I am light, I am love, I am. And in that brief moment, we condense and compress it into omnipotently powerful, pure liquid energy. And then we release it over the pineal gland. Now, the pineal gland is very important to us. While we're in these bodies, it's the gateway to all the particles of existence. It's the gateway to pure consciousness, and it's the gateway to beyond. So you look at it as a prune, a raisin, a pine cone. I look at it as a rosebud. And when I release this pure liquid energy over that bud, and it just explodes into a massive blossom, a bloom, that fully bloomed with multicolored petals, the rose, and having it in a soft light with a wonderful fragrance. And that's the pineal gland fully functioning, and opens up all the gateways for us to be anywhere we would choose to be. Now we're all consciously aware that we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And we know we are one. We are merged with the heart-mind, the God, the pure consciousness, the body. We are one. And we know that we are all love, all one, and all God. So there are others with us right now as we form this meditation. There are the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. This is civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do. That's why we don't see them like we see each other. They're around a lot. We do meet with them. We do talk with them. We do, in physical form, humanoid form. We interact and smile and laugh and everything with them. And then we realize that after that interaction, that meeting, it dawns on us that that was an angel. Now, thousands can surround us at any one time. And because of their frequency, they can have a large number housed in a small area. So we help each other. Then we have the Ascended Masters. Remember, we're all part of everything. Everything is part of us. It's crucial. So the Ascended Masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Morya, Abundantia, Pell, Thoth, many, many, many more. These are those who have mastered ascension and hold God form. They've mastered physical experience. Ascended. They've mastered ascension. We are God that's experiencing physical form. So we're mastering physical form, experiencing it, and then we any better, bigger, more powerful. No. We're all exact, pure divinity, pure divine essence from Source Creator. So the archangels are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And the ascended masters are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And we're all gathered. And we're compelled to call out to all of the other reflections, aspects, facets of all of us. So we call upon all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And only those that are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming of the circle of light. It's our frequencies. It's where we hold them. You can only meditate, be in this meditation of high frequencies. And they come in the Gugaplexes. One Gugaplex fills this universe. They come in trillions of Gugaplexes from every direction. And they are with us now. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. Many, many, many civilizations and species. And only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. Can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call out to all of the off-worlders, all the galactics, all the celestials, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, and forming the circle of light. And we're only familiar with a handful of them. There's over 1,000 that travel through the solar system every day. And this includes all of the species and levels of these civilizations. We have the Sirians, Andromedans, Pleiadians, Arcturians, Zeta Reticuli, Feline, Gray, Nord, Draco, Reptilian, Golden Pyramid, Avian, many, many, many more. They've been assisting us in our evolution, enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, this meditation, forming the circle of light. And they come in the billions. And they are with us now. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, in this meditation, and the forming of the circle of light. We're only familiar with a handful of them. They come in the trillions, in shapes color, sizes, forms, configurations, which many we've never seen before. They had fairies, sprites, elves, gnomes, dwarves, trees, trolls, elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And they come in the trillions, and they are with us now. So we're all assembled, all gathered, all of our gods together as one, arm in arm, hand in hand. We're in full compassion, non-negativity, non-judgment. Non-ego, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, love, tranquility, benevolence, and abundance. We form a massive circle of light. All of us. Everything and everything. And this sits at the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, this meditation, in this circle of light. And the circle of light is our vibrational frequency of the pure consciousness, the God within us. It is so brilliant and so radiant that it would take over 1 billion of the suns in the solar system to even come close to its light. It grays out the darkness of space. And it floods eternally, perpetually. All of our brothers and sisters, all life, everything and everything, all existence, with pure, deep, eternal love. We begin to ascend above the planet, and we come into a gossamer field. This gossamer field is just trillions of radiant, brilliant, multicolored, faceted lights, like little teeny mirrors reflecting all of us. Every aspect, every facet of all things, everything and everything. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael, and this is a column that reminds all of us that we are the power of healing. We're then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column that reminds us that we are omnipotently powerful, strong, and resolving. We're then met with white fire. This column reminds each and every one of us that we, from head to toe, inside and out, are completely encased in a white fire armor field of Source Creator's deep eternal love. And it is impenetrable. No external authority, no external power, no external anything can cause it harm. You're protected 24/7. But only you have the power that if you choose to lower your vibrational frequencies into lower dark matter and survival matter frequencies, you go deep enough, you will create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do go down low enough your vibrational frequencies, you are met with the purple transmuting flame. This column reminds you that you have the power to call on the purple transmuting flame, bring it in, transmute all of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, and then back to pure consciousness where they're no more. Now, you're immediately met with the violet ray. This column reminds you, all of us, that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame, and we can harmonize, cleanse, and purify, restoring our vibrational frequency of deep eternal love and sealing the breach in our white fire armor, bringing us back to much higher, higher, higher deep eternal love. So we continue to understand that the next column that we're met by is the golden, white, pink light. This is a reflection of the love that we're made of, we're of, and from, period. It's in our sunsets, our sunrises. It is in our water, our sky, our clouds, our forest, everywhere. We are such in awe of these vistas, this beauty, because it is a reflection of the love within us. Now, some of us in physical form decide to step outside of physical form and float effortlessly above the body. And as we do that, we come into a view of a massive crystalline tower that's larger than the solar system that we created. And we designed it so we can look right into it, and we see this multi-trillion colors, vibrance. It looks like an aura with a center energy, like a golden, shimmering, multicolored light energy. And it sends these multicolored waves of warm frequency energy out to the civilization of this planet Earth, Gaia Arya, in this meditation, this circle of light. Literally just embracing gently everyone, all life, everything and everything, highest value in the universe. And it's warm, and it's soft, and it's gentle, and it's kind, and it's generous in its form. This keeps emanating out, these waves, perpetually. And then at the top we see that we created a way for the golden ocean to come cascading down 360 degrees eternally. And the golden ocean is pure, deep, eternal love. It's gratitude. It's joy. It's bliss. It's all that we are. Concentrated form. Flooding and saturating head to toe, inside and out, every single one of us. Every one of us. All on the planet, in it, above it, below it. At the top, as the golden ocean cascades down continually, all of us are drops of that golden ocean, and each of us hold the essence of the ocean. We move a little bit higher and we see a meditative sphere, set center circle. We created this sphere well over 2 years ago. It houses over 900 of our meditations in perpetual motion. Never ending. And it continues to intensify and expand because every day, millions of us send another meditation effortlessly in total love and harmony with the gods we are. No expectations and no attachments. It's a knowing. So our meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, forever. And it continues to intensify and it continues to expand. And we are part of everything. Literally. We are part of everything. You want to look at the Ascended Masters? You have their particles as they have yours. You really want to get to the deep understanding of your core, just exactly who and what you are? You are part of everything, and everything is part of us. I'll join you in meditation. I'll return to close us out. again. And an easy breath out. And move slowly. And as we continue to journey within us, it becomes, you feel the frequencies of knowing that atom speaking, molecular structure of us, we literally are pieces of everything and everyone. Ascended Masters, we're all part of the one. The archangels, we are part of everything, and everything is literally part of us. Take it with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and the following morning. And we will be back here Saturday, August 29th, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call.